Hi, my name is Carey, and I've been working at the Spitzer Science Center since 2002. I'm currently the manager of the Spitzer Science Center, and I'm going to answer the question, could Spitzer see Planet 9 if Planet 9 existed? This is kind of a complicated question because we don't know if Planet 9 exists, and we also don't know if Planet 9 exists, where exactly Planet 9 is. So that would make it very difficult for Spitzer to see it. Spitzer is a small telescope with a very small field of view, much smaller than the size of the full moon. So if we went to try to look for Planet 9 with Spitzer, according to how bright we think Planet 9 would be in the infrared, it would take something like over a decade, maybe 12 plus years of dedicated searching with Spitzer to go try to find it. So we're probably not going to do that with Spitzer. For one thing, Spitzer isn't going to take data that much longer, so we wouldn't have the time to do it. And also, the time we have now to take data, we're concentrating on things that we know Spitzer does really well, like looking at transiting exoplanets and finding the most distant galaxies in the universe. But that doesn't mean that Spitzer may not have already seen Planet 9, because Spitzer took a lot of data, particularly when we had the longer wavelength instruments, which are more sensitive to cool objects like Planet 9. Planet 9 is expected to be even colder than Neptune, because its orbit is about 5 to 10 to maybe 15 times as far away from the sun as Neptune is, so it's pretty cold out there. Anyways, those objects tend to radiate quite brightly at the wavelengths that Spitzer, when it had its cryogen, was very sensitive to. So we may have already seen Planet 9, but nobody found it yet. So now the good thing is that when people finally do go and pin down where Planet 9 is, if it exists, they can go back and look through the Spitzer archive to see if Spitzer saw Planet 9. And one of the things that'll allow us to do is be able to get an idea of the composition of its atmosphere and how icy it is, because where we're probably going to see Planet 9 in reflected light from the sun, it's just a little bit of a reflected light that it'll have because it's an icy planet. The Spitzer data, if we actually did catch it when we were taking data, we'll be able to see it in its heat radiation, so we'll be able to get a temperature for it. So that'll be very exciting. So not only will we be able to see Planet 9 if somebody finally discovers it, but if the Spitzer data there happen to be in the right place at the right time, we'll also be able to measure its temperature.